What's up, guys? I am back for another video, and today it's gonna be a recommendation video. And honestly, it was just going through my mind for a new video, new content of what I could make for you guys. And usually when I make these recommendation videos, I kind of talk about movies that kind of flew under the radar for a lot of people. And they're kind of like hidden gems, if you will, of certain movies that I go over in this series. But today it's going to be a little bit different because honestly, 2020, we're now into 2021, and 2020 wasn't a great year for films. I mean, it was okay, subpar, if you will, and there wasn't just a lot of great films that came out last year. And I just wanted to go over my favorite movie of 2020. I mean, like I just said, there wasn't really a handful of great movies, but this one stuck out to me in a huge way. And I gotta say, I don't hear it getting a lot of recognition, and I don't hear it getting a lot of praise that I feel that it should. And I just wanted to mention it to you guys, and if you guys haven't watched it, I highly recommend you guys watch this. The movie I'm talking about is The King of Staten Island, directed by Judd Apatow. And it's a movie that was supposed to go into theaters, but it was announced around the time where like stuff were really closing and shutting down. And I think there was like a situation too where it was supposed to be released in theaters, but people already bought their tickets in advance, and some theaters already were saying they were playing it, but when people showed up to watch the movie, it wasn't there. So it just went straight to demand, and a lot of people were upset about that. But I wasn't one of those people who went to the theater to try and watch it, because all the theaters near me are closed. So I got to see it on demand and stream it. This movie, honestly, the reason I feel I love this movie so much, and I feel it is my favorite movie of 2020, I just can relate to it on another level. So the movie stars Pete Davidson as the lead character, Scott, and also the other main characters are Bill Burr, as well as Marissa Tomei. And Belle Powley, she is another supporting actress in this movie. I think she did a great job in this movie as well, and I just felt like she's worth mentioning. So the plot, or the short term of this synopsis, is this movie is about a guy who's really, he just doesn't know what to do with his life. He's 24, he still lives at home with his mom, and he just really hasn't left the nest. Pete also has this group of friends in this movie, like his little gang of friends that are kind of around the same age as him. Well, not kind of, they are around the same age as him. They grew up together, and they kind of probably like influence one another, and that's another reason why I believe that he is so stuck in the situation that he is at the moment, because they are kind of on the same level as him, and they're kind of going nowhere, and that I just feel it influences him to be that guy in the beginning of the movie of just not really doing anything and just comfortable in the situation that he's in. And it just also feels relatable to a lot of people, especially me as well, because like I feel like everybody has that group of friends that you just are so comfortable with, and that you can feel like you don't have to be someone different than you really are, and around them you just could like just chill with them and just not really worry about anything and just be comfortable in the life you're at. And it's a bad thing when you kind of get too comfortable in a situation, and because like life is, I feel like you're always supposed to keep moving, right? Am I the only one who believes that? But I think, yeah, life is meant for you to keep moving and not be stuck in one position your whole life. And that's something that I feel like is a big topic in this movie. Yeah, so his friends, they're good guys. I'm just making a statement that I believe that's another reason why Pete Scott is like this. For a lot of people in their early 20s to mid 20s to even late 20s who feel like they honestly don't know where they're at in life at the moment, they're just kind of stuck, I feel this is a great movie for you to watch, because I believe that a lot of people can relate to this, especially during quarantine right now, where like a lot of people are like depressed or sad and like lost their jobs. Income is not great. It's just like 2020 quarantine was horrible for a lot of people. Hopefully now that we're in 2021 it gets a lot better. But I just feel this is a movie that should be known by a lot of people watching my videos right now, that it is honestly worth your time. I'm not giving anything away, but I guess the main thought in his mind that what he wants to be when he gets, I mean, at a certain age, I guess he's already 24, but what he really wants to do with his life is be a tattoo artist. But also another reason why I feel this is a great movie is because it is loosely based on Pete Davidson's real life. It is about, another main topic in this movie is Pete lost his father in the film, Scott, and also in real life, Pete Davidson lost his father. He was a fireman, and that is played off in this movie a lot. And there's just a lot of aspects of his life I feel he put into this, and that Judd Apatow kind of wrote for him to be specifically in this role and to portray his true life in this film. And I just feel when I saw this movie, it kind of related to me because, like, I'm in my 20s and life is hard. I mean, a lot of people know that life is hard, and this movie just shows that even if you're down on luck, you don't know what you're doing with your life and you're just stuck, there is always a bright light at the end of the tunnel, and you can get there just as long as you try and not just stay in one position your whole life. You just gotta keep moving on. Yeah, it's just a movie that I feel like has a lot of emotions in it that you wouldn't think in a Judd Apatow. Well, actually, no, that's a lie, because Judd Apatow, his movies tend to have a good moral message at the end of the film, honestly, even if it's a dumb stoner comedy like Knocked Up. So this movie is no exception to that. It does have a good moral message at the end of the movie. It teaches him about life and what he has been doing is wrong and how to fix it, and what you need to become to be a certain person to survive in this world. Pete Davidson, honestly, he's not a guy I really think about as a great actor or like someone I would stand out and say, oh, I want him in this role to play this character and blah blah blah. I know he's going to be in the new Suicide Squad movie coming out soon, but other than that, I don't feel like he is best suited for a lot of roles. Like I said earlier on, this role was basically meant for him. I feel that's why he does so good in this role, because he has lived it. And you could take away him wanting to be a tattoo artist in this movie, and you could relate that to him wanting to be a stand-up comedian in real life. Pete Davidson actually really shines in this movie. For you who are on the fence of him, and like if you don't like his comedy, I think you should honestly give him a chance in this movie. Like I did, and I was happy with his performance. He shines, he does a great job. He's very likable in this movie, even though he is a kind of like a stoner, kind of low life, isn't really going anywhere for the first half of the movie. And so just to see him thrive by the end of this movie, you're like cheering for him midway to the end of the movie. You're cheering for him to succeed, and that's how a movie should be. You should, for that protagonist of the movie, you should be behind them in the movie, and you should be like hoping they succeed. And this is a movie I feel like it did kind of fly under the radar, because I don't hear it mentioned anymore. Once it came out, like that was it. The promotion for it, there was a lot of promotion for this on YouTube. I kept seeing ads for it on YouTube videos that I watched, like commercials. Like it was always a lot of the commercials I've seen on YouTube videos during that time in the summer before this movie came out. It would be a trailer for King of Staten Island. But once this movie came out, it kind of just like stopped. I didn't see anything else about it. I mean, that could be added to the fact that we're in quarantine and stuff like that, and so I wouldn't see like billboards for it or like full-on commercials on regular TV for it. It's just like quarantine was an interesting time, guys. So like, yeah, it could be all because of that, but I'm just saying, after the movie came out, I didn't really hear that much about it, and that kind of made me sad, because like I was really excited when I saw this trailer. Like for some reason it stood out to me amongst all the other movie trailers that came out in 2020. And I don't know, before I watched it, I was kind of iffy, like I said, like because of Pete Davidson, him being not really an actor you would deliberately go watch a movie he's in. But after this movie, I mean, I look forward to him in other roles that I could see of him in the future. Marissa Tomei also in this movie. She's been an actress. She's been in a lot of movies for a long time. I feel like you young kids who might be watching this video know her most as Aunt May in the new Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland. But she's been around for a while, and she delivers in this movie too. She plays the mother of Scott, and she's just, honestly, she is one of the big reasons why he is the way he is at the beginning of the movie. She has like sheltered him. Scott in the movie also has a sister who is going off to college, and so he's still kind of left behind at the house to take care of his mom. She kind of sheltered him for a long time, and she kind of just like kept him in that crevice of a space and just like let him do whatever he wants, and that's why he felt so comfortable not to probably move on from where he's at. And yeah, it's she does a great job in this movie. She plays a great mother. I liked her in the role. Also, like I said, Bill Burr also in this movie. He plays the new boyfriend in the movie for Marissa Tomei. And I don't know too much about Bill Burr. I am a Mandalorian fan, and I know he's in that, but I also know he's a stand-up comic. But other than that, I haven't seen him in a lot. I don't know too much about him. But in this role, he plays a fireman, and yeah, he does a good job. He's funny in the movie. He seems like a real fireman. I wouldn't be surprised if he was a real fireman. But yeah, Bill Burr in this role as the boyfriend of Marissa Tomei. Good job, especially for a comedian, because seeing a comedian transition from stand-up comedy to acting doesn't really work out sometimes. Kind of like for Pete Davidson, who I think now is a good actor, and like I said, so same for Bill Burr. He's good in the role as a boyfriend, and him and Pete clash in the movie, and it's just cool. It's cool to see the on-screen chemistry between the two, even though in the beginning they hate each other, but by the middle to the end you'll see a transition. But yeah, like I said, King of Staten Island, I highly recommend this movie to you guys. For you guys who feel like you're just down on your luck, especially because of quarantine and like you've lost a job or things aren't going the way you want them to go, I think this is a movie that you guys should definitely watch, because it will probably lift your spirits, hopefully. And also it has some great music in it, and it just reminded me of my younger days, like in high school, middle school, because that was the type of music that came out during my time when I was there. So it's kind of like nostalgic in a sense. So like I said, great cast, great movie, great morals, and honestly just a great scenery. I feel like Judd Apatow did a good job of capturing New York, or Staten Island. He just got like a lot of great shots around the movie, and just the backdrop of this film is classic. I appreciated it. Nothing like out of the ordinary, but still it just poses as a good setting for this film. Honestly, probably one of my, if not my favorite Judd Apatow movie. Favorite movie of 2020, and going in, and now we're in 2021. I'm just hopeful to see a lot of great movies maybe made like this in the future. But for now, A King of Staten Island, I highly recommend it. But like always, guys, this has been my recommendation video for you guys. And as always, if you guys liked what you've watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And also, if you like my recommendation on this movie, maybe hit that like button as well. And leave in the comments if you guys have seen The King of Staten Island, and if you are a fan of this movie, or if it just really didn't hit all the spots for you. And leave down in the comments if you recommend any other movies that came out in 2020 that I didn't hear about. Because honestly, there wasn't really a lot of movies that stood out to me more than this movie. So if there's something I missed, maybe leave down in the comments and just tell me if it's worth my time to watch, and maybe I'll make a reaction video for you guys. But other than that, yeah, guys, this has been my recommendation video, and I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you guys got a chance to check out The King of Staten Island. I highly recommend it. But like always, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.